Wrong titles. These ones. Boom, 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 boom. Okie dokie, good morning, everybody. This is early. This is 6:41 in the AM. Who here, listening to this right now, didn't sleep because of the heat? Okay. Just sorting out my headphones while I do this. Who here also didn't sleep because they are worried about their blood test results and their white platelets being too low? Oh, you as well? Man, yesterday turned into a bloody nightmare. I can tell you that for now. But let's wait for some people to come and join us in the room. This is the early morning breakfast show. It's just me. It's 6:41. Kath is possibly awake with her beautiful young children. I should probably go on to Twitch. No, not Twitch. What's it called? Twitter. I don't want you. Goodbye. And tell people we are here. It's there already. It's up. Who's the first? Julie Prones is the first in. Then it's a cheeky rascal. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. This is morning adverts for the plebs. There we go. Good morning, everybody. This is morning. And this is what morning looks like. And this is what morning feels like. I have a pot of coffee here. And we're going to chew the fat. Diddy Deeks, welcome. You're welcome. We're just going to chew the fat this morning. Let me open up the phone lines. If anyone wants to call in, you can. Claire. There are only two Claires, I apologise. McLaren, hello. Pillsbury 23, good morning. Welcome. Oh, no, you can't. That doesn't do anything. Welcome. There it is. Welcome. Katie's in bed. Okay. We're having a cup. It's very strong coffee. Sound like coffee being pulled. Lando Stew, Robotic Monkey, Clayton, good morning to you all. We're here. We're alive. That's to be celebrated. Look at the bags under the eyes. It's much too early. Rob Blackmore, Adam Sheardown, Sparkflower, Skillatch, Bushead. Welcome. I celebrate your life with this first cup of coffee. Yeah. I've got to do a postcard. We're doing postcards as part of our merch. Let's get straight into the adverts. These are all signed, written by Catherine, signed by both of us, addressed by me, and they're being sent up. Good morning, Jim Byrne. I know there was at least one. There was at least one more card that had to be written. So let me get into the heart of the. It's Mr. Fury. It's Mr. Fury. Let me just write David Fury's. Pringles is in the chat. I don't know if you're in the chat, David, but Kath does the cards. I do the name. David Fury. 32 Westland Street. Oh, I probably shouldn't be saying that out loud, should I? I should keep that quiet. Sorry. Aylesbury. HP 36 9FG. Okay, doke. Kept that nice and secret. That's how we do it. Morning, everybody. Let's get my glass. I did that without my glasses. Kate says, Iain, you've been doing well, not singing your phrases. That's your problem. I'm doing great. I'm not doing great, actually. Well, I've lost a lot of weight. I weighed myself today, 14 stone 11. Bearing in mind, about 2 months ago, I was 16.4. I'm 14.11. I'm worried I'm going to start to look too thin. Secondly, I'm not very well. Well, I am very well, but there's stuff going on. So yesterday I had the whole call from my doctors, and it was about a repeat prescription. I've got a new prescription starting, but they've come from a private psychiatrist, and it has yet to enter the system. It has yet to enter the system at my GP's, and my GP phoned me up to first of all say, what exactly is it you want? And then during that call, they said, we haven't had the letter from your psychiatrist saying he wants us to do the prescription for you. We've had him telling us about it, but not that he wants you to do it. Can you get him to do that? So I then had to send an email to the psychiatrist saying, can you write to the GPs and say this, blah, 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 blah. Then I got a phone call later on in the day when I was recording some stuff. Thank you, Mandy. I was recording some stuff for BBC Radio 4 Extra. First of all, we were recording it on we did 7 days. You do 7 days of recording, and the first 2 days were done on the wrong microphone. Kind of my fault, kind of their fault. It must have sounded awful. They were doing it on my webcam microphone, which is there. Anyway, during that, hey Mandy, during that, I got another phone call from the doctors because I had to go for a blood test on Monday, and they said, we got some bad news. Your white platelets. First of all, they said, have you been ill at all? Are you ill now? I said, no. They said, your white platelets are really low, and it's a possible side effect of one of the new drugs you're on, of the lamotrigine. This is a fun morning little broadcast, isn't it? It could be the lamotrigine. I went, okay. We need to speak to your psychiatrist immediately. Okay. So then I spoke to the psychiatrist. He called me up in the evening and said, I've had an emergency contact. I call this 647, Matty. I've had an emergency contact with your GP.
Donuts.
Marked urgent. Paul Chewbacca says, looking forward to the Patreon times. Me too, buddy. An emergency contact from your GPs, marked urgent, about your platelets, your white blood cells. They are very low. It's like 3.4, I think, and it's supposed to be 4. Between 4 and 11, it's 3.4. And he said, we may have to stop your new medication. I'm thinking, oh, jeez, no. Please don't. And so the plan is I have to go for another blood test soon. I'm probably going to be Monday. They might want to make, they'll want to make it today or tomorrow, and I can't do that today. I cannot do it today or tomorrow. I don't really want to do Friday. I want to do Monday because I want it to get a chance to go back up. Right? So I have to go and have another blood test, and if the blood cells are low, I get taken off the goddamn new drug that's saving my life. That's what happens. I get taken off that goddamn drug. The goddamn drug that's keeping me alive. I get taken off it. And then we have to try a new drug. So last night, I slept very badly because of the heat. Because of worrying, that's right, worrying about the blood cells, because I just could not sleep out of pure goddamn fear and anxiety. But having low blood counts basically means I am particularly partial to viruses that may get passed around. Yeah, you like? You know there's a big virus going around? You can call me if you want. The phone lines are open. I'm going to suggest to Catherine, she doesn't come in today. I'm going to message Catherine and say, I got a busy day today. At 1:15, I've got a phone call that's hopefully about a placement. My vitamin D is low, and I know that would help Jim. I found out yesterday when I was Googling the hell out of it. My vitamin D is low, so I'm going to speak to I'll speak to the nurse today. I am streaming already. already. I will be done by 10. I couldn't sleep. It's like a haiku. I suggest you rest at home, my princess. There we go. There we go. My vitamin D consumption is low. I hate the vitamin. Vitamin D. I got vitamin D tablets. Should I go and take some? I thought you meant C. There we go. Stay there, guys. I'm going to go and get some vitamin D tabletons. Here we go. We're upstairs. Coming back. Hello, Pat. Coming back. Oh, what was said that got banned? Someone whisper it to me. Vitamin D. Only joking. Only joking. I'll just take the one. These are good for depression as well, apparently. Okay, so I take these every day. Will they be enough to get my white blood cells up? Oh, I wouldn't ban them for that. I would unban them. That's romantic. That's romantic. Someone suggested you should suck their D. So, let's see. It's out of my hands. I'm worried. I'm anxious. I'm peed off. I'm scared. I'm scared about that. Because I thought I'd found a drug that works. I found a drug that works for me, and it turns out, God, it might be killing me. Katie says, scared about what? About what I've just been talking about for the last 10 minutes. The show today is going to be child-friendly. It's been getting too obscene, too vulgar. Come on. Oh, you can't ban it for saying you can suck my D. Come on. Phone lines are open. You can call about anything. You can call about vitamin Ds. You can call about low blood cell counts. Safari Brit says, name spelling rules. I was told off for spelling Anne-Marie, and Isabella. Is it a problem if Ian or Ian, or should I just say deal with it? I mean, how many other names can you get wrong? It's a problem, yeah. Spell it correctly, please, you piece of trash. Spell it correctly, please. Otherwise, there'll be hell to pay. 800 viewers this time of the day. That's ridiculous. Why aren't you watching the excellent GB News? My favourite channel. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what number it's on, but it's my favourite channel. I love it. I love the fact that
Mike Hunt has got.
There we go. You will have heard that. You've heard that already. There we go. That's partly why it's my favourite channel. Because of this. Why is that not working? Hang on a minute. My Stream Deck's not working. Clayton says I watch Woke Watch with Andrew Neil. Woke just means like being a nice person and not an a-hole. That's all it is. That's all it is. Woke means not being a D or an A. That's all. Why is my Stream Deck not working? Okay, we'll do it this way. This actually happened.
Is that, and I can't find anybody. Mike Hunt has got in touch about toys. I don't think kids need expensive toys. My children have the opportunity to just go outside after school and play outdoors. Is that, and I can't find anybody. Mike Hunt has got in touch about toys.
Michael Hunt, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Hunt has appeared on the show. And That is good. Why won't my... Let's call it quits. Let's call it quits is the song I was trying to think of yesterday. And it's by Slade. For those of you who were watching yesterday's show, that's the song I was trying to think of, if anyone can remember. Can everyone stop watching it, though? Only encourages advertisers. All of those snowflake advertisers, IKEA and others that have pulled out of advertising on my news, my channel, you are to me pieces of trash, and I will never buy an IKEA or a Copperberg ever again. How dare you? How dare you? This is free speech. This is free speech. How dare you? How dare you? This is my free speech here. And you are doing everything within your powers to silence me as a man, a white man, a white middle-aged man, a white middle-aged bisexual man. Don't tell them that bit. Don't tell them that bit. They won't like it. Dan, thank you for the resub. Is Magnus okay? I'll have to check. I will be compiling a list for all of my fans of boozes and shops that we are still able to use, that still advertise on GB News. It's leave that to me. I will compile that list, and that list will be out very soon. That's right, Planet, yes, hashtag my fans. That will be coming out very soon. I'll be compiling that, and I'll be speaking to the CEOs of all of the companies that are advertising, and those that have pulled out, and those that are yet to advertise. They are yet to advertise, simply because maybe they haven't heard that GB News is around and is ready and is willing to advertise. British products get white British products get first dibs on the advertising. The white British stuff, straight white British products, will get to advertise on Dan Wootton's show and the Andrew Neil show. Gay white British products get on to that lady who had Michael Hunt on. And foreign products, black products, really messed up pervy products, they'll go on late at night. They'll go on late at night. They'll go on late at night. That's all I can tell you about that. That's private confidential business that's going on. So I've got a busy day. 1:15, I'm taking a call from a hospice. Don't worry, no one I know is in there, but it's about the potential of getting a placement there. Some of you may know I am training to be a counsellor, and I'm now at the stage where I need to go and work as a counsellor. Unpaid. I have to do 100 unpaid hours of counselling. I'm allowed to do 3 hours a week. And so far, all I've had are rejections from places. Baguettes are foreign, yes. Baguettes would be like, we'd advertise those about 1:30, if at all. Planet, yes, unpaid. Because it's part of the training. What if they paid me and I was no good? This is how I get good, is by doing this. Where that camera's now a little bit higher than it was. How about if I go look there? It looks like I'm looking into the camera. There I am. So I've got a call today, which I think is an interview for a placement, but I don't know. I'm like 60% sure it's an interview for a placement, and 40% it might just be a chitty chat. I don't know. And I'm trying not to get too excited about it. It's supposed to happen last week, and I got very nervous, and then it didn't happen. And I'm trying not to read too much into it, because I know I'll come away disappointed. Right? It's been a run of disappointments recently, so that is going to be another one. And then 2:15, I've got a phone call tomorrow night, about 7:30, 8, doing a sponsored stream, but a game that you can get on your iPads and your Apples, called Solitaire Cash. Solitaire Cash. So we're advertising that. So it'll be a 2-hour stream at least tomorrow night. And here's what I can't say in the stream: if we get 45 of you to download it and play past a certain stage, it's like 5 minutes into the game, 45 of you, me and Catherine get, that's right, $1,500. So, and I think if we get 90 of you to do it, we get like $2,500. But so apples and iPods at your ready tomorrow evening, please. Don't download Solitaire Cash until then. Julie says, I'm 13 hours into my placement, 87 hours to go. That's fantastic. May I ask, Julie, I believe you're training, your counselling as well. How many rejections did you get? Saying that there's someone on my course who first place, got him. And how are you finding it? Because I'm nervous about it. I'm more nervous just about going somewhere new and meeting new people. 0203 286 6370. 1,000 viewers at 7 o'clock in the morning. Clayton says, I once went for a job interview, but I'd never used a door buzzer, so I didn't know how to get in. I made up a medical emergency to cover up the shame. Julie says 15 rejections. This is not a St. John mug. This is Mr. Mem. You were 25, says Clayton. That has blown my mind. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm struggling to comprehend. I'm struggling to comprehend that possibility. If you're going to the anti-lockdown rally next Monday, I'll see you there. I am going there with my good friend Gingerbeard Mark, and we're going to be testing the pulse of the protesters. Maybe literally. Who knows? Maybe literally. We're going to be testing the pulse. Hello, caller.
Good morning, Ian. It's Julie.
Julie Prunes. My love is Julie Prunes.
This is nice and early.
It's not. It's horrible. I could not sleep, and I've had nightmares when I did manage to sleep. I'm trying to escape from my mind by doing this.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's worth it. But yeah, the nurse was getting a placement. I started, so I've been like 13 hours in a placement. I work for a charity called Carer Support. So dealing with people who are carers,
Okay.
so either disabled kids, or they've got parents who need caring, or
Brilliant.
Or the whole lot of caring.
Yeah, brilliant.
But I applied to I got 15 rejections. Some of the places that I applied to would reject me, and then 2 weeks later, one of my college peers would get a placement with them, and I would be furious.
No.
I would be furious. And then some organisations would be, we'll keep you on our database.
Yeah.
And then you find that somebody else has got a job with them, and you'd be. It caused me lots of sleepless nights.
Yeah.
If I'm honest. So I completely understand.
I've had about a dozen. I've had about a dozen rejections, and there's lots have been because I don't start my second year till September, so a lot of them have been.
Yeah.
Can you get back in September? Try again in the autumn. We're full. Try again in the autumn. We want someone who's on a 3-year course. That was one I had. I'm only on a 2-year course. We want someone who's done 50 hours already. I got a few times. So yeah, I've had about a dozen. I have been writing primarily to hospices.
Yeah.
So there's been a few sort of local charity places that offer counselling for free or for a very reduced rate to people in the community, for people who would struggle to pay elsewhere, and hospices. And the interview I've got today, or the phone call, I don't want to say interview because I don't want to come on the stream on Friday and go, we had a nice chat, and she's told me to come back in a year. But it's a hospice, and it would be working with people who are dying, but also working with their families.
Yeah. And you have particular interest in that, obviously, because of. Have you thought about other places? I would say just open yourself up to anywhere. But
I've written to everywhere. I've written to everywhere. Julie,
Yeah.
I've written to everywhere. I've written to like bigger place. Mind aren't interested, which is cool because they're a really big place. I've written to hospitals. I've written to everywhere, man. And if this doesn't come off, I think this is maybe about an hour away from me. I'm going to spread the net even wider. But this is places within an hour of me. I've written to everywhere. I didn't really want to work with drug people and boozy people, but I've started writing to drug and boozy places.
Yeah, right to everywhere. But it's also I didn't sleep for like 2 days before I had my first client.
This is what I want to know about the first client.
I was like sick in the morning. I was like retching.
What was it like? First day, you obviously don't tell me anything. You know, I'm saying this so that people in the chat will know we're sensible. Don't tell me anything you can't tell me. But what was I want to know all about the first day because I'm already terrified of it and I haven't even got a placement.
Yeah, it was on Zoom because obviously at the moment the majority of the therapy sessions are still on Zoom. Although now being double vaccinated over the summer holidays, I'm going to start in-person therapy. So to a certain extent, a lot of it was being worried about what the client would see on Zoom.
Yeah.
Because obviously, as you'll know from your training, anything that the client can see behind you, I had to take down all my naked posters of you.
Wow.
They all had to come down.
And they're big.
And exactly. And but I was really nervous. But to a certain extent, it's how could I put this? I felt like you have to kind of a little bit fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And just because you're not a qualified therapist, you've been given fitness to practice.
Yeah.
And I know you've got your fitness to practice for a placement. So to a certain extent, you are a therapist. You just haven't got the piece of paper yet. It's having that belief in yourself of that you're not going to damage the client by making a slight mistake by asking a directive question or or fluffing up and it being 2 minutes early for the ending or whatever. I used to be terrible at endings. But
so I can't do endings because I always say thank you and then they get told straight away and don't thank the client. Okay, sorry. Sure. Next week.
But
thank you.
The client will know that you're a trainee, but they won't know that you're freaking out. They won't know that.
Well, but one of our tutors said the other week. One of our tutors said the other week, if it's their first session, they'll be more nervous than you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They do not know that you're their first client. So
I want to do it, but I'm scared.
And then you get that feeling of like, do you know what? I feel like a proper one.
Right.
I feel like a real person.
Right. Do you? Because the thing that's already worrying me, I'm just shutting that door, is at some point we have to do. I'm assuming you have to do a case study.
Yeah.
And you have to record them.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to record them, or you can just. I mean, you do at some point. I think for me, it's in the second year, but in my first year, I've done that you do either a case conceptualization or you do a verbatim, which is you write down effectively a script of what you can remember how the conversation went. Actually, that in itself is interesting because you've got nobody's going to say to you, you didn't say that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting what you bring into it. You know?
Because I wonder how you bring up to someone, I'd like to ask your permission to record this in the next 11 sessions, please, so that I can write about you.
Yeah. Well, most of the time, I mean, you cover it in contracting, Ian. That's what you do. I mean, the place that I'm at, that it's in the contract where that I kind of go through in the first session, I'll say, you don't have to even say that you're a trainee. No. But I say that I'm a trainee and then say, I might want to use your stuff in future. So if you can, I've sent you the contract through and you just build it into the contract and they sign it because nobody's going to.
So you write it in really small print and they don't read it. You're brilliant. I love it. The manipulation of the client.
Yeah, sure. But, if you set it up as a kind of standard for the beginning, then, you shouldn't have to do it. But I think that most people that, and I spoke to one of my clients yesterday. I mean, I've only got 2 clients at the moment.
Okay.
And I spoke to my client yesterday and said to her, would you mind if I used things that we've talked about for my training? And she's like, no, not at all. Most people will be, don't mind it.
Okay. And you're seeing 2 people a week?
Yes. I'm going to increase as soon as I've finished because I've got 4 more weeks. I've just finished all my criteria for this year. I've got 1 assignment left to do.
This is great. This is really inspiring, Julie. Thank you, because I've kind of hit a plateau of rejections. I've put all of my eggs into this phone call basket, and I don't actually know what this phone call is. All I know is I spoke to her briefly last week, and she said, "Okay, have you got time to talk?" And I said, "I've got 15 minutes," because she phoned up late. "I've got 15 minutes, and I have to go and do a thing for Radio 4." She went, "Oh, that's not going to be long enough." So that is what has put it.
That's good then.
That sounds good. That sounds promising.
But also all the rejections you're feeling. You know what to do with them, Ian. Get them in those journals.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true. We mentioned the class. Everyone in the class we're in a class of 8 or 9, and everyone's had the same. Apart from one person who the other week was too embarrassed to say that she'd got a placement in case we were all jealous.
Yeah. I wanted to. I was one of the people that I got rejected from.
Yeah.
I had 2 people from my college, and I was fuming.
I can understand that.
Fuming.
I can understand.
Inwardly, of course, I congratulated them. That's great. It's really great.
Did you not in process say? I just have to say that when you said you'd got a placement at Steve's counselling, I was very hurt and upset. And...
No, I just like seething.
I tell you what, here's what I would like to listen to. And someone gave me some suggestions the other day, but I forgot them. So if anyone's got suggestions, I would love to listen to a podcast where it's 55 minutes and it's an actual counselling session. Yeah.
There is one on, I'll look it up. It's on BBC Sounds.
Is that in the psychiatrist's chair? Is that Claire, Anthony Clare or something?
Yeah, that's no. It's a woman. I'll look it up
Claire
for you,
Anthony.
and I'll mail you. But also, have you watched the TV series In Treatment?
No, what's that?
In Treatment, you could get it, but I think there's a full series that's just starting in the US. In Treatment, it's Gabriel Byrne, and you see it's what I learned the most from. Out of everything I've ever looked at.
Oh, so it's acting?
It's exactly as different clients, 6 different clients or different clients every week. So week 1 is, you see the clients as you would be there. And it's pretty much spot on to a therapy experience.
I'm having it.
So In Treatment. So if it's not on now, it will be on because there's another series coming. So
I know how to get hold of TV programs that aren't on anymore. I got contacts.
Well, we'll watch it because it is so close to doing it. That's kind of. All right. I can't tell you how many pieces of work and criteria I passed just from watching that.
Thank you, Julie. It's lovely to talk to you, and that's really inspiring. Thank you very much.
You know what I've got to do now? I've got to go and get ready for college.
Yay!
Yes, man. Yes,
See you later.
Nice to speak to you.
Tatty bye. There we go. I've not spoken to Julie for ages. Or maybe she phoned in recently. I can't remember, but I've not spoken to her for ages. That's really good. Thank you. Thank you, Mandy. It's on Sky Atlantic, 3 seasons available. I'm having some of that. But I would like a real podcast, and I was considering doing it. Where it'd be, okay, this week, joined by Steve. Steve, we've got just under an hour to talk about anything you'd like to. What would you like to bring to the session? Oh, and then we're in. Oh, my God, I would love to listen to that. I would love to look at the love for Julie in the room. I would love to listen to that. Esther Perel does counselling, but that was one that was mentioned the other day. Thank you. But it's couples. All right. So I'm writing all these down. Esther Perel. Couples. Okay. Couples will be I don't really want to work with couples, but couples will be interesting to hear. Couples will be interesting. So does anyone do? Hello, this week we're joined by Mandula. Mandula, we've got just under an hour. What would you like to talk about today? So, Mandy, if I'm hearing you right, you're saying you've got issues with your mother and you've been thinking about her a lot and you'd like to talk about that during this session. Is that what? Yeah. There we go. So that's what I would like to hear. My hair is astounding today. If you're listening to the podcast of this, you're missing some astounding hair. We're doing the show very early. It's 7:15 in the morning. And the reason is I slept terribly last night because of the heat. and because of fear around my low white blood cells. My white blood cells. And that I may have to stop lamotrigine, which is one of the bipolar mood stabilizer drugs I'm on. Have I taken one today? Did I take a pill today? I took a vitamin D. Did I take a lamotrigine? Oh, man. That's the great curse of the forgetful pill popper, is knowing when you've taken it and when you have not taken it. Remembering, forgetting, remembering. That's what that's all about. 0203 286 6370. You can Skype if you want, TLNA. You don't have to have your camera on. It's nice if you do, but you don't have to. You're very welcome to join us. And you can also use those call-in details if you are listening on the podcast. You can leave a message for us anytime that you want. Here's a voice message that Dredge left us on Monday. Okay. Disappointing message, John. Must try harder. Altonian Wolf. I always hate it when you can't remember if you've taken your meds. It's the worst. It's the worst. So some days I've gone without meds at all and felt a little bit, and sometimes I've taken double and like, Bones Malone says, why not train to be a social worker or a probation officer? Why don't you do it? I'm training to be a counsellor. You know, why not train to be a bus driver? Why not train to be an astronaut? What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? You're a probation officer. Great, okay, I don't want to work with you. But I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question. 0203 286 6370. Yesterday's show was miserable. I don't know if today's is any better. Because it's linked to counselling in terms of dealing with difficult people. I wouldn't say clients are difficult. The fact that you've already, Bones Malone, described them as difficult means you would struggle to be a counsellor at that state of mind. And also, I don't want to be a probation officer. I don't want to be a social worker. I want to be a counsellor. Yesterday's show was hard work. And I think, this is hard work, but yesterday's show was a little bit dry. I think a little bit dry and crispy around the edges because Catherine and I are both going through stuff at the moment. But we are committed to giving you. If anyone wants to phone up, by the way, Beatles Trivial Pursuit. I got it here. Got Beatles Trivial Pursuit. It's here. Phone up. We'll have a Beatles off. We are committed to giving you some of the greatest. Oh, the cats have done a poo. Some of the greatest entertainment of your lives, and if we do not reach that level, we apologise. Jim says, how dare you, my carpet call was an absolute wet delight, zero dryness. All of the calls yesterday, Jim, were excellent. It was the presenting that was dry and crispy. You must have difficulty to... Bipolar out of order says, well, you must have difficulty telling them. Is that addressed to me or is that addressed to Clayton? I'm getting confused now. HGEX does 3 question marks and then does, but okay. Is everyone just nuts in the morning? Is everyone just nuts in the morning? What is this? What's going on in the chat today? It's a little bit rock and roll random. To Bones, sorry, Ian. That's absolutely fine. But does anyone know what's going on with the chat today? Early hours edginess, says Jimbo. Early hours edginess. I'm getting wired on this coffee. Caffeine ain't great for your white bloods. Caffeine ain't great. I've spent so much time reading about white bloods and what I can do to pump them up. I'm really scared about coming off of this new meds, the lamotrigine. I thought I'd found the drug that would help me in this bipolar nightmare. And I may have to come off it and try something new. Damn you, body. Damn you, body. Damn you, blood. Damn you, science. Damn you, medicine. Common Sweat says, bro, I'm literally $22 away from getting my first PC. Congratulations. That's great. That's great news. Wish you the best of luck. I'm 360 pounds away from getting new hardware for my retro streams coming in July. How are you doing, by the way, dear viewer, dear listener? How is everything going for you? You can tell I'm anxious, angsty, scared about. There's a lot going on. Should we sit down and break it down? You can call in at any point that you want to. Feel free. Please interrupt me. So I'm scared about the medicine, about the pills. That's really worrying. I'm scared in the short term about going to an anti-lockdown protest next week. Are there fees on calls? I mean, not really. It's like a local rate. Skype is free. I'm scared as well about about work and about money. And we've talked about this a lot, but this is a real fear for both Catherine and myself, is the lack of work. Thank you to everyone who has signed up to our Patreon. If you're listening, excuse me, to the podcast of this, you're a £6.66 and above. From July the 1st, we'd be going behind a paywall just about now. And you'd need to be a 666 or above. HGX says, are you also against the lockdown? But you know, I had quite a well-paid job up until June of last year. And then we did the Twitch, and the Twitch was earning me about a quarter of what the well-paid job was earning. And that's okay. That's okay. Patreon is going to be earning us about half of that quarter. So an eighth. Does that sound about right? An eighth? And it's tight. It's really tight. It's really tight. And I'm scared. I know loads of you are scared about money. Of course you are. Of course you are. And some of you may be thinking, oh, yeah, you've had it easy for a few years. And I have had it easy for a few years. And I've saved. Been lucky enough to save in preparation for this day. But I'm terrified, man. I'm really terrified of the future, of what it means, of work, of money, of being able to afford the mortgage, being able to do things with my kids. I've already been lucky enough that I've been able to cut my monthly maintenance payments. I'm very lucky that has been given the thumbs up. But that brings me great shame. It brings me great shame. I'm one of those dads that wants to pay my way. I'm not one of those dads that is a dodgepot and doesn't want to. I want to pay my responsibilities and I want to pay my way. And so I have a lot of shame around not being able to make those commitments. So there's a lot of fear going on. Kath's got her own stuff, and I'll let Kath tell you that when she's ready to tell you that. All right, some of you may have guessed. Who knows? You've got you got. So I let her tell you that whenever she feels, if and when she feels ready to tell you that. But speaking personally, for me, there's not really that much to get out of bed for at the moment. I did a little bit of recording for BBC 4X yesterday, which is nice. I do that once every 3 months or so, and that's a few £100, which is great. Thank you very much indeed. Good morning, Spidey Marvellous. Lovely to have you here. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to just give a little bit of context for where I am, checking in, being honest with you and letting you know that you are looking at a man or listening to a man who is scared. And that it's okay to be scared. It's also okay to say you're scared. If you're struggling at home with any of these things that I have mentioned or any other things, it's okay to say it out loud and to share it. And it's a good thing to get it out. And it's a good thing to share it. Jen says, I'm scared too. It's okay to say it. It doesn't necessarily fix it. But it can certainly help relieve it a bit. One of the things I'm really trying to do is to stay in the moment. At this precise moment in time, at 7:26, on Wednesday, where are we? The 16th? 16th of June, I am okay. This precise second in time, I'm okay. Later on today, later on in the week, 6 months down the line, who knows? Who knows? But today I'm okay. And for me, the trick is trying to stay in the moment. And I can't. I project and I catastrophize and I throw forward and I imagine worst case scenarios. Okay, Bones and Bipolar are having an argument. You did, but listen, Bones, it's early in the morning, right? But you did use the word difficult to describe them. You know, maybe you didn't mean that. Who knows? My suggestion is to everyone, if you're typing something, just look at it. Think about it before you hit the send. So, okay. Everybody just cool out, guys. We're all just trying to get along here. Jim says, I'm literally going to the office to talk to my boss about how I'm struggling. Jim is one of thank you, Bones. We're cool. Jim is one of the good people. Jimbo is one of the mods. We talked the other day about people that are to the right, that are not politically, to the right are listeners, and to the left are friends. I would consider Jim and Jenna, I would consider you friends. And you're one of life's good guys. And I hope that talk goes well today. I got my fingers crossed. I've had some real pain in my hands recently. That's not arthritis, is it? Deb Nevs says, scared too, redundant 4 months, also retraining, counselling. Need to find a job in the meantime, scary shit. Yeah, I hear that. I hear you. I'm getting to the stage where I might start looking for a job, like an inverted commas, a normal job. But I'm 48. I have no skills. What job can I do? I don't want to be one of those people, Spotted, Zammo, Maguire, working in a key cutting place. I don't give a stuff about that because I just want to feed my kids and pay my mortgage. But I am getting to the stage of thinking, do I go to Tesco and see if they've got any jobs? I don't know. I'm not quite at that stage yet. But, I'm totally open for suggestions of jobs that I could do. I'm laughing, but I really am. I'm at that stage. I'm getting to that stage of thinking, well, primary school teacher, but a job that I can do now, not one that needs retraining, Dredge. That's the thing. I am retraining. I probably can't get paid work doing counselling for another 2 or 3 years. So that's further down the line. Primary school teacher, I'd have to retrain. That's a couple of years training. I'm talking about a job right now that I could get I could go and earn some money. Could go and earn the big bucks. Go and earn the big goddamn bucks. The big dollars. This is serious. What do I do? This fear within me is visceral. Powerful. It's real. Goddamn real. And what about radio behind the scenes? me phone Boily up. But they don't want us. You're on Stream in Bed.
I'm in my settings.
There we go. This is a little bit of blue. This is what's going to get us the viewers. There we go. Boily is in bed. We got half of Boily's face. 3/4 of Boily. Do we get all of Boily's face? Yay! Hey! There we go. There we go.
Yeah, okay. Woke up like this.
Okay. I'm doing the show. I've been doing the show for an hour. Because I could not. Could you sleep last night?
Yes.
Oh, you could?
I'm still asleep.
Okay. I couldn't sleep because of the heat, because I'd had a long sleep in the afternoon. I forgot to mention that earlier. Because of the heat and because of worrying about my white brothers and sisters who are having to fight this race war. No, because of worrying about my white blood cells. All night. Worrying about that, thinking, my God, they're going to take me off my wonderful lamotrigine. I'm going to, I thought I'd found my perfect drug, my voila drug, and they're going to take me off it. So worrying about that and the heat is what kept me awake. So at 6 o'clock, I thought I might as well get up and do it. I might as well just get up and do the hours.
Okay.
I mean, you come round if you want to come round and hang out.
All right, I might do that.
Come and do that. I've got that phone call at 1:15, possibly about a placement. But come around and hang out. But the show's going to be done.
All right, let's do that.
Let's do that then.
To do.
Huh?
It gives me something to do.
Yay! Yay!
All right. Yeah. Get out of my room.
Your love is always there. La, la, la. This is a breakfast show. Good morning, Hobbit Brain. Good morning, Dredge. Good morning, Mandy. Visionary Soup says, I'm lucky. I have a job, but get anxious a lot. I stay as present as I can. I had no money a few years ago and did any job I could find. Hated it, but more secure now. Still worry I'll mess it up and haven't. Someone said that they were thinking of getting like a deliverer. Albion Luke, you could work from home, customer service or something. Fit it around your broadcasting work. Will provide a steady, reliable base income. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I have never. Well, let me rephrase that. I haven't had a proper job in 25 years, a quarter of a century. The job market has changed a lot. The job market has changed a lot since then. I wouldn't know what to do. What could I do? Get me a few £100 a week. What could I do? Man, it's tough. It's tough for everybody. The Smith says, did you try the government? Not that I trust them, career changer. No. I got a cake maker. Bit different from a personal shopper who sells toys. Okay. What do we do, guys? This is a depressing podcast, isn't it? Flipping heck, man. This is depressing as hell. Good morning. What new hardware do you want to get for your retro stream, says Ode? I need a new capture card. I need a GameCube. And I need some games. That's what I need. And some other bits and pieces. You could do call center from home type thing for all the customer service companies. But that pays like pennies, right? That's pennies. God, imagine you've put this on to cheer yourself up, and it's some spoilt prat wanging on about needing cash when I got a nice house, a nice garden. I want to keep that goddamn nice house. I want to keep it. That's what I want to do. Could you write for more computer magazines? No. Writing doesn't really pay. Gabrielle Vantag, I just woke up and want to go back to sleep. No! You stay awake. now when you join us. I got to play some adverts for the plebs. There we go. What time's the traffic report? There's no. This show is free from traffic reports. We don't have any traffic reports. Tweety Bird, you're doing like one word at a time. That's insane. You can call in if you want and talk about anything. 0203 286 6370. You want to phone up and make silly noises? You're very welcome to. You want to phone up and have a chat about the job market? You're very welcome to. You want to talk about GB News? You can. Clayton says, but these are all 3 a.m. fears that people lock away every day, right? It's healthy to open that box and try and figure it out. Yeah. My anxiety is going through the roof. I'm going to do some meditation today. I got a busy day. Got this phone call, then I got a phone call about the advertised stream tomorrow night. We're doing a sponsored stream where we're a new game, Solitaire Cash, for all you Apple, iPhone, and iPad users. Don't download it until then, and I'll give you a very special link. And then Thursday it's college, and then Friday it's my boys, and Saturday and Sunday it's my boys, and then the whole thing begins again. I'm going to send an text to my agent because I texted him yesterday. I hope so, man. I'm starting to get very scared. Here we go. When you're texting your agent, you're very scared. Something like a hospital board. I can't work in a hospital. I have low white blood cells, and I'm open to infection at a moment's notice. 0203 286 6370. So there's lots to talk about. You can just phone up if you just want to have a breakfast chat. We've also got Beatles Trivial Pursuit here, which I will destroy you at. And maybe you just want to phone in, check in, let us know whereabouts you are in your life at this precise moment in time. And as we've already said, sharing this stuff may not solve anything, but it's helpful. Pringook calls. This is your postcard, David. I addressed it this morning. Catherine will write it today. It will get posted today. Got a load of the cassettes to post as well. There's a cassette being recorded right now as we speak. So that stuff is going to get sent out today. We're talking about postcards. You've written a postcard to the cassettes. Merch, mate. Merch, baby. It's all here. Have a little look. I think there's only 2 cassettes left in this tranche of cassettes. Richard says, I'd love to be Beatles Trivial with you, but got to go to work. That's the sound of a coward. That, dear listener, is the sound of a goddamn coward. A scaredy cat. So if you want a cassette or a personalized video or a postcard, go to that link. If you're listening in the chat, IainandCatherine.com/shop/ I guess you have to put that last slash in. I don't know. IainandCatherine.com/shop/ HJex says, is Catherine related to you? She's my best friend. What is that? Is that fluff or is that hair? She's my best friend. Is that related? Tweety Bird says, I watched that Brighton show the first time. That was enough for me. That's the cassette. It's the cassette of a haunted, cursed Brighton show where it kicks off. And it is bloody unpleasant. It's horrible. I would never listen to it. I suggest you don't listen to it. That's not reverse psychology. That is me as a friend just nudging you in the right direction because, dear God, it's horrible. It's horrible. You don't want nothing to do with that. Iain Lee versus Radio was great. You can watch that on YouTube. I think the whole thing is up on YouTube if you want to have a look at that. That was a live show I did, touring around. What do you want to do for the next bit of the show? I'm tempted to put on like a guided meditation and we all listen to that, but that I don't know if that's I could do with some meditation. I could do with some meditation, but I don't know if that's going to kill the vibe for you lot. It's like a 10-minute guided meditation. Would anyone fancy that with me? The Curse Show is audio only. The video is not the video. It's audio only. Like a 10-minute guided meditation. Would that? I think that would be kind of cool. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Intel inside. I'll turn this down. That's for starters. Let's just make that show public. I haven't uploaded a couple of shows. Which shows have I not uploaded? Oh, yesterday's. Let me upload yesterday's show. And then we are ready to go. Let me play some adverts. This bit's going to be boring. So here's some adverts. Let's get those out the way. Oh, no, let me do it. YouTube. No, Twitch. Hang on. Let's upload some shows. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. The front page of Twitch is an absolute S show. How the hell... Right, this is, if you've got kids, you might want to look away. This is the front page of the platform I stream on. How the hell is that acceptable? My God. I cannot wait to get off of this platform. If you're listening, we're basically looking at the butt crack of a young lady. Dear God. How is that allowed?
Away with that. I could not.
Jeez. $20,000 viewers, though. 20,000 viewers. Unbelievable. Right, let's get a nice meditation going. I want a 10-minute guided meditation. Oh, no, I need to upload those videos. So we go here. We're on the front page, by the way, guys. We've got 911 views. 911. 911. 911. Have you thought about contacting the Radio Academy to see if they have anything job-wise? Something behind the scenes? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I've written that down. And I'm going to message my agent. Is it worth me contacting the Radio Academy about any possible behind the scenes jobs? Done. What is the Radio Academy, by the way? I don't know what the Radio Academy is. Right. I need a meditation so much. I need a meditation so goddamn much. Hang on. What date was it? Yes, June the 15th. That was the highlights. I cut some stuff out yesterday because it was too vulgar. So we can export that. Put that there. Right. Let's get YouTube. I want a 10-minute guided meditation because, boy, oh boy. 10-minute guided meditazione. Morning meditation. Powerful, calming meditation to start your day. Here we go. 10-minute guided meditation to clear your mind.
Want to know the best way to potentially make a big income online? It's by making lots of small incomes online.
Goodbye.
Clear your...
Okay. This 10-minute guided meditation is an effective way to eliminate overthinking by clearing your mind, allowing yourself to relax. By the way, just want to say thank you for this birthday card. This didn't get opened on the day, but thank you for that birthday card. Letting go of all sensations, feelings, impulses, and distracting thoughts we can release from our everyday stressful state of unease. By placing your attention on your breath, you can observe the many distractions occurring in the background of your mind, allowing them to unwind, enabling us to become even more present in the moment. Before we do that, can I show you something I got in the post yesterday? Thank you, Brown Eyes Darling. We didn't open it on the day, but we opened it yesterday. I just want to show you something I got yesterday. I sent this from the United States of America. America. I got sent this. Look at this. It's the new Mickey Dolenz album. It's the new Mickey Dolenz, signed by Mickey Dolenz. To Iain, thanks so much for all your support and help over the years. Mickey Dolenz. This album was my idea. This was my idea. The people that made it didn't give me a credit. This used to be my record label. 7A used to be my record label, and I got bullied out of it. It's my story. I have mixed feelings about this album. It's a great album, right? But I have a lot of invested emotionally into it. But getting that from the man himself, beautiful. Thank you, Mick. I love you, Mick. I love you, Mick. Album, but I can't listen to it. Please, which software you use for edit son of your microphone? The editing software I use, Aposity, is Audacity for editing. That's the software I use for editing. Right. Let's have this. Should we have this meditation? 10-minute little guided meditation. And this is from Great Meditation Channel. It's a Great Meditation Channel is what it's called. So I'm gonna let's do this.
Your mind guided meditation.
Let's go.
Clear your mind guided meditation. Begin by sitting in a comfortable position. Spine tall and straight. Shoulders rolled back slightly to open up your heart. Let your palms rest in your lap facing downwards. And softly close your eyes. Let all of your awareness center in on your breath. Notice how your breath feels as it enters and exits your body. Become curious about your breath, noticing what muscles you engage while you breathe. Thinking about all the behind-the-scenes things that occur for you, without you even having to think about it. Your breath is always serving you, always working on your behalf. And so you tune into it now, watching it, observing it gently as it flows in and out. On your next inhale, become more intentional with your breath, letting your stomach expand as you breathe in and contract as you breathe out, with your inhales equaling the length of your exhales at a pace that's comfortable for you. Perhaps even slowing the breath down just a little bit. letting all of your awareness rest right here on your breath. Throughout the course of this meditation, if you find your mind wandering, that's perfectly okay. One of the greatest ways to clear your mind is to focus on your breath, letting your thoughts come and go without getting attached to them. If a thought emerges, simply let it arise and return all of your awareness to the way your breath feels and flows, making sure your inhales are equal to the length of your exhales. Doing this by feeling the length, not necessarily by counting, although you can if you'd like. Continually returning all of your awareness to your breath. Any thought that might pop up is okay. There's nothing wrong if thoughts come and go. You simply make the choice not to pursue them, not to become hung up on them. You allow them to just drift off because you are focused on your breath. The longer you sit in stillness while continually returning your awareness to your breath, the clearer and clearer your mind becomes. There is nothing more you need to do except continually allow your awareness to return to your breath. You may start to notice your body feeling heavier or lighter. Just allow whatever you experience and continually return your awareness to your breath. The more clear your mind becomes, the more possible it is that you start to think to yourself, wow, my mind is clear. Since this too is a thought, just let it pass and return your focus to your breathing. That is your only job for the next several minutes. And over time, you will feel your mind clear. Let yourself continue this process for as long as you'd like. And when you are ready to come out, begin by rolling your shoulders, wiggling your fingers and your toes, saying thank you out loud or in your mind for this peace that you have generated. And as it feels right to you, taking all the time you need, gently open your eyes and make sure you allow yourself to stay calm and still for just a little longer as you reintegrate into your surroundings.
Mandy's off for the school run. Thank you, Mandy. I had terrible indigestion. I found the breathing quite painful, but Tweety Bird says, wow, that was great. Let me post a link in the chat in case anyone wants to do that later. Thank you to the team at Great Meditation for that. Claire says, lovely. That was good, says Spidey. A surprisingly cool way to wake up, says Crayfish. It was nice. Brown Eyes Dolly, please do another one with Catherine later. The show is going to finish before Catherine gets here. Catherine's going to get in. We're going to hang out. But this is the show for today. Stacey says, I do like a bit of meditazione. Kate says, that was nice relaxation after having to remove a tick from my other half the moment I woke up. Wowzers, ticks. I've had to take a lot of ticks off my cat. None off of humans yet. My sister says, thank you, I'm ready to do some Pilates now. The Smiths meditation is such a powerful tool for good. Thanks for that. That was nice. I enjoyed that. It doesn't solve anything, but helps me get into the present and have a little bit of focus. And yeah, I did think I was going to do something. I thought did pop up during that. And it was something I was going to do. What was it? I am going to tweet the Radio Academy. Been inspired by Mandy's. Been inspired by Mandy's message. Let's tweet the Radio Academy. Radio Academy follows me. I mean, what should we write? You can help me write the tweet to the Radio Academy. Hi, team. Out of work. Former award winner? Multi-award winner? No. Hi, team. Out of work and feeling the pinch. I put the lynch. Gosh, no, not feeling that. That would be terrible. A long shot. But would you have any paid work available? I know this looks a little desperate, but I am. How does that look? Hi, team. Out of work and feeling the pinch. A long shot, but would you have any paid work available? Here's a question mark. I know this looks a little desperate, but I am. What do we reckon? To the Radio Academy. I mean, it's unlikely. Don't say it looks desperate. Okay. Mr. Topper says, I found it funny that when I opened the stream, you were talking about taking up a normal job. Recently, I figured out what I really want to be, and it's not someone with a normal job. I hope you can keep doing what you love. You put truth and inspiration out there. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Topper. All right, so take out the desperate bit. A long shot, but do you have any work available? And Jen says, could you include what you said to Watch, how much you miss working in the radio, how passionate you are about it? Okay. Thank you, because I always go too honest with this kind of stuff. So thank you. I love radio. It is my life. I love radio. It is my life. Hi, team. Out of work and feeling the pinch. A long shot, but would you have any paid work available? I love radio. It is my life. You know what? And would love to carry on working in it. Continue working in it in some capacity. Thank you. I think we're there. Hi, team. Out of work and feeling the pinch. A long shot, but would you have any paid work available? I love radio. It is my life and would love to continue working in it in some capacity. Thank you. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. How can I not get a job? I'm hitting send. How can I not get a job? How can I not get a job? That's the way it goes sometimes, you know. It's like when people say, why have I got cancer? Why have I got cancer? Why me? Why not you? You know, why have I not got a job? Why not me? You know, why not me? Why did my dog have to die? Why me? Why not you? That's the real answer to that, and it's a tough thing to have to accept. Why me? Well, why not you? That's life. That's life. These things happen to people. To some people. Why are you not? Why should you not be some of those people? We wait, we watch, we wonder, we know. Why not me? Why not me? Why not me? Let's open up the Skype again. I'll close Skype for that. We missed Jimbo. Jimbo might be gone now. Because I might have missed Jimbo's call. Jimbo's gone, I think. So look, we won't, Jimbo, if you're here, we will call you, but I don't think you're here. So I don't want to disturb you on what sounds like a tough day at work. A tough day. Jimbo's calling. Jimbo's calling. Hey, Jimbo.
Morning.
How you doing, man?
Yeah.
Tough day, huh?
Yeah. And I had the first conversation on Friday, but we were on Teams, Microsoft Teams, so it wasn't great. So that's why we were supposed to meet up face to face on Monday, and he forgot, and that.
Hey, that's good for the self-confidence, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, it wasn't his fault. He's very busy and everything. We hadn't formally agreed a time or anything. It was just like, we'll both be there. But then when he popped his video on his morning team call, and he was there in his gazebo, I went, "Are you at home?" I was expecting to see you here. So it'll be fine. He's great, and he just wants to know what's going on. I'm the one he doesn't normally have to worry about. That's the
okay.
Thing.
Okay.
I just generally just get on with it. But
well, I hope it goes. I hope it goes well, man. I can imagine that I make up that the even the thought of having to do that adds to the stress.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I didn't really get to worry about it yesterday with all the carpet stuff going on.
Yeah, you got new carpet?
It's lovely, thick, luxurious carpet with lovely, thick, bouncy underlay.
How does it smell?
Incredible. Incredible.
There's nothing like the first 2 days of new carpet smell. It's magic.
Well, Jen gets to enjoy that today, so she's at home with Basil.
When are they going to make an aftershave that smells of new carpet smell? I would be bathing in that stuff.
That's the gap in the market, because I was ringing up to talk about alternative jobs for you.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah. So I mean, back when I was a uni student, they used to canvass us, and they would pay you to go and knock one off, provide sperm samples.
Jeez, what for? Not for babies?
Generally for research. But there was a sperm bank there.
Because they've changed the law now. If you are fathered by a sperm donor,
yeah.
I think I've got this right. They can now your right as the sperm donor to anonymity is now gone. They are allowed to tell the person who donated the sperm that made them.
Yeah, I mean it was optional before, wasn't it? So you could opt in.
There's no option now. Like they can no opt you. That you can no opt you. There's no option. They can find you. So I don't want to do that. But if my God, if they pay per shiver just to research, I would be a millionaire by now.
It was 25 quid back in 1995. So I mean, imagine with inflation,
Wow.
The other one you could do in America, they pay for blood, so perhaps you could pop over and do that.
My bloods are poor bloods. I've got very poor bloods at the moment. I got very low white bloods. I could do that. Okay, so it's basically it's bodily fluids is what you're suggesting.
Well, I'm thinking you've got plenty of them, so or sign up for a medical research thing.
A drug trial.
Yeah.
I would have been up for that. I don't know. All right, Jim. Well, those are really, really useful suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, Ian.
Hope your day goes well. Tutty bye. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, you're very, very welcome. We've been on for an hour and a half, and it's only 9 minutes past 8 in the morning. Wow. We're going to stop at 9 because I'm going to do an AA meeting and try and just bring myself a little bit more into the moment. That meditation was great. I did find it quite difficult, but it helped a lot, which is wonderful. We've had an email. What's this email? What's this goddamn email? It's about school, not about my boys' school. I don't go to school. I'm too old for school. Does anyone fancy calling in? Just having a chat. Don't really have to have anything to say. 1,106 viewers, which is more than we get when we do a normal show. That's incredible. So thank you. Everybody click follow. That really helps. And can we get the Patreon link? We are moving to Patreon on July the 1st. So we're an hour and a half into the show. So this portion of the show would be behind a paywall. So if you want to carry on seeing the full show from July the 1st, £6.66 and above. And boy, oh boy, thank you, Stacey and Matty. Do click follow, by the way. Thank you, Sweetbreaker, for doing that. We are so tired and so bored of grinding this Patreon. Thank you, Crayfish, for the sub. We are so tired and so bored of grinding this Patreon. We can only imagine what a chore it must be for you. Cozy Cat Heating is sat in the car park of Sydenham McDonald's. Is there anybody else in the Sydenham McDonald's car park that we can join these two together, maybe in holy matrimony? We don't do shout outs. That's stupid. Unless you donate, and then that's great. But we're so tired of going on about this bloody Patreon. So you lot must be sick to death of it. We know we've had a few people unfollow us because of it, and that's fine. I get it. It's it's boring. It's boring, but we have to do it. It's what else can we do? I wonder if the Radio Academy has replied. Let's see. No reply. No reply. I told you once before, I came to your door, and no reply. I saw a lie. I saw a lie. I saw a lie. It happened once before. I come to your door, your window. I saw a lie. I saw a lie. The Beatles. That's the Beatles for you. That's what they do. Is they sing, they run around. It's goddamn Beatles, mop tops, 4 lads, my lads. I like to refer to them as 4 lads that shook my world. And that is the 601 patrons. Well, yes, it's on 601. We would like 700. We would like 1,000. But who knows? It happened once before. I came to your door, your window. Write a book. Tried to write a book. No one was interested. Maybe it's just my time is over. Maybe my time is over. Maybe show business is over. 23 years. It's a long time. I'm deliberately now ignoring the person in the chat who's asking for free stuff. Deliberately ignoring that person. You want a shout out? £5 to donate. You want an answer phone message? £10 to donate. For you. Everyone else gets it free. For you, you got to pay. What to do? I found it very difficult. You could retweet it in this bunch. What's this link I've been sent here? London and South East Radio Academy branches. I don't understand why you sent me that. I found it harder and harder recently to get ideas for the show, get motivation, get things to talk about for the show. And I wonder why that is. And I think that is in itself lack of inspiration and creativity. It's not necessarily a mental illness, but I think it is a symptom of depression, of whatever it is I have going on right now. Normally, you know me, I got ideas popping out of my butt. They're not doing that at the moment. The last few shows have been cut short. That person says, okay, are we barging? No. I think you mean bargaining. No. Giving you the prices. I'm not going to address you again. Thank you. Good night. Hatless Live says, I missed the Twitch shows that were bringing in 3K viewers. They had a good energy. I would suggest that a lot of the smaller shows have really good energy. I would just suggest that the last couple haven't. They've had a different energy. And that's okay. Atlas Live, who's only subbed for 1 month. Anyway, van tool theft. Police do nothing about it. Van's not built for purpose. You get a ton of tradespeople jump on. Huh? You want me to do a phone-in about van tool theft? Really? And now Crayfish is suggesting oblique strategies, which is Brian Eno's kind of thing, isn't it? There we go. You got a timeout. Young man. You have a timeout for being an annoying bell cheese. Was that van theft was suggested as a career change? Maybe. Jimbo, you've left your salad at home, we're being told. You've left your salad as if your day could not get any worse. It suddenly got a whole heap worse. You've left your goddamn salad at home. I have to play some adverts, guys. I have to play you some adverts. That's the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. That's done. So I don't quite know what to do, where to go. I'm going to take this call, though. Oh, no, I missed it. Let me call them back. If your number ends 833, you're getting the call back. Stacey, you make a great point. We'll come to that in a bit. I feel quite nauseous all of a sudden.
Hello.
Hello, caller.
Hi, it's Rob.
Hello, Rob.
How are you today, mate?
I'm not great, Rob. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm a bit myself, to be honest.
Go on, what's happening?
Nothing really. Lots of stupid little things that I can do nothing about that just weigh on you, you know. Nothing major. Just low mood. My doctor called it.
Low mood. But you went and saw a doctor about it.
Oh yeah, ages ago. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how may I be of service to you today?
I'm dog walking dude in the chat.
Oh, hello, dog walking dude.
Hi. And I've just got back from dog walking. I missed the notification you were on, so I've only been watching for 5 or 10 minutes, and you were asking people to call in, and I thought, you know what? If not now, then when?
If not now, then when? What kind? Well, hang on a minute. How do you? When you say dog walking dude, do you walk your own dogs, or are you a professional dog walker?
Both.
Me like
so I have my own dog, which I've been out walking this morning.
Yeah.
And I also get paid to walk people's dogs when the weather isn't too hot. So I'm not going to be doing a lot today.
This is interesting. How much? May I ask roughly what is the earning potential for a dog walking dude?
It's okay. It depends how much you want to get into it. So there's the walking, and then there's people want visits. Other people want you to do boarding and have the dogs come and stay with you. Or they want you to go to their house and stay at their house and look after the dogs for them. So I just do walking, and occasionally I'll do visits while people are out for the day, and you know they just want someone to pop in and feed and water and let the dog have a comfort break. And yeah, you know, you can scrape a living together. You're never going to be rich.
By the way, just have to address the chat. Jim says, I'm having my Greek salad with lamb leg steaks that need eating today. You're not, Jim. You've left it at home. Please check the chat.
Oh, poor Jim.
Poor Jim. What is the maximum number of dogs you will walk at one time?
Legally, for most areas, it's 6. Some areas you have restrictions, public space restrictions that are limited to 3 or 4. I think Birmingham's 4.
Right.
Where I am, it's 6. Brighton is unlimited. But then you are restricted by your insurance. My insurance will only let me walk 6 dogs. I tend to try and only walk 4 at a time.
6 feels like a lot.
If it's the right 6 dogs, it's no problem at all.
Okay.
And that tends to be the issue, is that you get people who will just chuck any 6 dogs into a van, open the van up, let them all leg it around, annoying everybody and causing trouble and what have you. I try to, have 4 or 5 dogs together that get on and are going to be the right energy levels to engage together, so that we can have a pleasant, enjoyable walk without upsetting everybody and without any issues.
And you let them off lead?
If it's appropriate.
Because I'm a big one for letting dogs off lead. So please don't think
Yep.
I'm going to pull you up on that. I think dogs need to be off the lead in places where it's allowed. But if you're calling 6 dogs back, that could be a nightmare, couldn't it?
It's the 6 dogs. So if you've got dogs that have got absolutely no recall, then they shouldn't be off the lead under any circumstance. If you can't control your dog, I've had dogs in the past who were fear reactive, my own dogs. So they didn't want to necessarily be approached at high speed by an out of control dog that they don't know. Responsible dog owners, take care and look after their dog and respect other people's dogs and other people's rights to be cycling, be walking, be sitting on the grass having a picnic, whatever. I've got a greedy Labrador I walk, so whenever we're out, we're constantly on the lookout for people eating because he will go over and try and join the picnic. And
I do hate it when
jump.
I'm out with my boys. I don't mind it so much on my own, but it can be a little bit annoying. But when I'm out with my boys and a huge dog comes bounding towards us, and the owner says, "Don't worry, doesn't bite."
Friendly.
Well,
he's friendly.
But first of all, you don't know he doesn't bite because dogs is dogs, and you they may never have bitten before, but they may bite at some point. And also, my kids get a little bit nervous around big dogs. Here's one thing I really regret, and I should have picked up on it, and I didn't because I just froze. I didn't know what to do. I was out horse riding with my boys on our last holiday. It was kind of trekking, and it was we had someone leading the session, and it was me and my 2 boys on horses, and we went through the woods, and this massive dog bounded up to my youngest boy's horse, and the people going, "Don't worry, he's fine, he won't do anything." And it was a young woman who was leading the horse trail, and I should have said, "Can you get your dog now, please, away from my kid? Because that horse doesn't look too comfortable." And I didn't. I kind of froze. And it's one of those clips that keeps playing over and over in my head. And my boy was okay. The horse was kind of okay. And it's one of those clips that keeps playing around in my head. I should have spoken up and I should have said something because actually it was a little bit uncomfortable. It did go on a little bit too long, and the people in charge of the dog were dicks. Yep.
Unfortunately, as with every situation in life, there's a percentage of the people involved in that thing that are dicks. Sometimes it's a big percentage, sometimes it's a small percentage. I've kind of had rescue dogs most of my dog owning life, and they come with extra concerns because you never 100% know the history. Even if you know where dogs come from, you'll never know every circumstance. So you have to kind of treat every situation as being a risk. I guess like work, you have to assess the risk constantly of what's the danger of me doing this, what's the danger of me doing that. So yeah, totally. I mean, to say one of the problems with dog walking is it's unregulated most of the country. You don't need insurance, you don't need a license, you don't need any training, you don't need anything. Most of the people I know are really decent people trying to do the best for the dogs and the owners, and trying to think about other people's rights to be out in public as well, and not bothered by dogs. What I find interesting is most people are kind of understandably concerned because they see a big dog, but actually the biggest issue I've ever had has been with small dogs.
I wonder if there's a job cat walking, because I would be good at taking cats out for walks. That'd be
interesting. Herding
cats. We've got Cozy Cat Heating says joy of cats. He's got 4. I got 5. You're an amateur. 5 is too many. 5 is one too many. I don't regret getting the 5th one, but 5 is one too many. Hey, nice one, Rob. It's lovely to talk to you.
And you, man. And I hope your day gets better. And you were saying about worrying about grinding on the Patreon. on the Patreon. And, I can only speak for me. I get why you're doing it, and it doesn't particularly bother me. Same as I'm not subscribing at the moment because you're shifting the model, and I didn't want to give any more money to Iain Amazon than he already gets. So it doesn't bother me that I have to sit through a few ads.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I'd rather not, but it doesn't bother me. And I think you have to kind of understand that there's always going to be a vocal minority whinging about everything in life.
Yeah.
And if you can tune them out or tune them to the background, it's going to make your life a lot easier.
Thank you.
Because most of us are on your side and just want to see you succeed and just want to carry on enjoying what you do, because we do.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Nice to talk to you.
That's right, man.
Have a great day.
Yeah, take care.
Tatty bye. That was Rob, dog walking dude. At last. One of the easy phone-ins to do is to do about hating dogs, and dogs are more aggressive than cats. Although it was a cat that nearly caused me to lose my arm. The other easy phone-in is to do about cyclists and hating cyclists. I think I was at LBC, and I might have done a couple of phone-ins about cyclists back in the day when I was learning my trade. But that whole thing about, well, I hate cyclists. Call me now. 0203 286 6370. Call me now. I hate cyclists. Hey, you seen that clip of that journalist being hounded? That's a horrible clip. What was the guy's name? What's the guy's name? Was it Matt somebody? Journalist chased. Nicholas what? This is a horrible clip, right? This is a horrible clip. And I am going to an anti-lockdown rally on Monday. And I'm now a little bit nervous.
Lockdown's illegal.
This is just a journalist, right? Just a journalist. My boy's mum does this. This is just a journalist.
Why have you lied and said that lockdown's illegal? How can
Traitor. Imagine that guy coming up to you. He's got a can of beer, topless, apart from a leather jerkin, tattoos all the way down. Not against tattoos, but I'm just saying he's presenting an image. Goggles, Biggles goggles, shouting at you, traitor. Imagine that. That's terrifying, right?
it's illegal to lock people in their houses without judge, jury, and execution?
Jeez, this is awful. Look at the anger on this guy.
You lied and said that lockdown's illegal. How can it be legal to lock people in their houses without judge, jury, and execution?
Look at the anger on that face. He's a journalist. I'm guessing he walks. This is from, you can't see the logo, it's from Resistance GB. He's a traitor. He's been called a traitor. He's a journalist. Who does he work for? Do we know who he works for? Catherine says, this makes me want you to stay away on Monday. They've been whipped up to Trump. It makes me want to stay away on Monday. But Gingerbeard Mark's bought his train ticket. Don't worry, we're going to be okay. I'm not staying away on Monday, though. So I'm not. We're going to do it. But we have both... No. But we have both said we're going to be really sensible. Just trust us, okay? We're going to be really, really sensible. Newsnight, we think he is. We're going to be really, really sensible. So please don't worry about us on Monday, okay? We're going to be so... The slightest soupçon of tension, we're out of there. My disguise is I'm going to be wearing a mask. We're going. It's decided. We're going. We're doing it for free speech. I'm not going to invoke anything like that. Don't worry. Let's carry on. Scum. Traitor. Scum. This is awful, right? Woman tries to get a shame on you chant going. No one else picks up on it. No one else picks up on it. If Twitter was a real world situation, says AZ, this is terrifying. This is where we've got to. And you know the people that have fed this. You know the people that have fed this. GB News is feeding this. Boris Johnson yesterday came out and said, this is awful what has happened. Journalists have to be able to report freely. Boris Johnson was taped asking someone to beat up a journalist. Boris Johnson was taped asking someone to beat up a journalist. He's responsible for this. The radio station I used to work on, Catherine's right, the radio station I used to work on, Talk Radio, is responsible for this. And it's scary. Crazy X Club. This is horrible. Actually made me cry because I hate that this is where I live. It's horrible. And people wonder how, I'm going to equate two things that I don't quite equate, but I'm going to do my best, okay? People wonder how Nazi Germany was allowed to happen. I'm not saying that these are Nazis. Bear with me. People, look back at history and go, well, how was Nazi Germany allowed to happen? It wasn't like Germany was a nice place and then the next day Germany was Nazi. It happened gradually. It's the frog in the cold water with the temperature turned up and it starts boiling. You know that, right? And that's what's happening in this country. I'm not saying this country is going to go full on Nazi. It might do. But that's what's happening in this country. 10 years ago, this would have been seen as disgusting. And it is still seen by disgusting by right-minded people. But actually now a lot of people think this is okay and this is acceptable. Downing Street, right? Is that Downing Street? And it's the journalist is getting the flack, not the politicians. Okay? People wonder how Nazi Germany came about. It came about slowly, gradually, incrementally. This is what is happening to this country. And you know what? I think it's too late to stop it. I think the momentum has got it going in that way. I think the momentum has got it going that way. Dog Walking Dude says Joe Cox was murdered on this day in 2016. The momentum has already got it going in that way, and it's got power, and we cannot stop the momentum. This country is going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. Let's look at this guy.
Why have you lied and said that lockdown's illegal?
This guy. Always new depths. Germany had their own propaganda that was fed to their public. My grandfather is German and said that ordinary people liked the Nazi Party because when they came into power, they put lots of money into things like sports facilities and playgrounds, so things started to seem better. They obviously had no idea what the terrible things were. Yeah, it happened gradually. And it's happening gradually here. And Talk Radio is part of the problem. GB News is part of the problem. Murdoch is part of the problem. Do you remember, I was thinking about this the other day, do you remember 15 years ago, the most kind of far-right radio presenter was Nick Ferrari. And now we look at Nick Ferrari as kind of being slightly right of centre. You know, he seems tame compared to what we are now getting. And it's terrifying. There is the line, go woke, go broke. And personally, yep. I can see that. Go woke, go broke. I'm feeling the effects of that. That's what we've been talking about today. You know, It's awful they went after that guy. I am going to an anti-lockdown protest on Monday. Any hint of a vibe, we're out of there. And I'll be carrying a gun. I won't be carrying a gun. Any hint of a vibe, we're out of there. And we're going to get there. We're going to suss the vibe, and then we're going to see. So it's cool. We might live stream some of it. But that's where this country is at right now. That's depressing, right? That's scary. That's a BBC journalist. Bro, your voice, though, and then it gives me the okay, says Monster Energy 989. My voice is the best voice. My voice is the best goddamn voice out there. I think that no one's voice is better than my voice. Did we miss a... No, we didn't miss a phone call. I wondered if we missed a phone call. That's some incredible footage, right? That's the world that we... that's the country that we live in. Is there no normal show Monday? No, the schedule hasn't been sent out, although the schedule this week has gone to cock, as you know. But no, the show will probably be Monday afternoon or Monday evening. We do have to make up our hours somehow. So I might do a show if Catherine is not around Monday evening. So there will not be a show in the morning. But we might live stream from the place. Is there a way, Matty, that you could fire off adverts if we were out and about? Can you do it? Or is it only... Because I can't fire off adverts from the app. And we do need to... Yeah, you have access to that. Okay. Then Monday, if we can, we will live stream from an anti-lockdown rally. We're doing Vox Pops. 11 o'clock show styling. So we're going to see how it goes. What's this? What's this bullshine email I've been sent? Oh, geez. I've been trying to get there we go. I've been trying to get a filter for a hand hoover, and they don't make the filters anymore, certainly not in this country. So I wrote to the company saying, do you do these hand hoover filters? And I hope there won't be Vox Pops. It'll just turn into a sneer fest. Who's sneering at who? So cheeky. Who's sneering at who? Please be clear. Please be clearer. Please be clearer. Who do you think will be sneering at who? Yeah, and so this place said we will send you some of these hand hoover filters, and then they didn't. And I remembered, and I wrote them an email saying, "Where are we with this?" It'll be people here sneering at the protesters. I hope there won't be Vox Pops. It'll turn into a sneer fest. There'll be people here sneering at the protesters. There might well be, but that's free speech, so cheeky. I'm assuming that you're for free speech. If you are on that side, we've seen the Michael Hunt clip today. It's very funny. I might play it again in a bit. But so cheeky, I would assume if you're on their side, you're for free speech, right? Or is it only speech that you agree with? And also, you have no idea what I'm going to do in the Vox Pops. You have no idea. So cheeky. I suggest maybe you wait and you see, and if there is sneering, you applaud it because it's free speech. And surely free speech is okay. Or is it just free speech okay when it's people that you agree with? Is that it? And also, why judge people by your low standards? Why would you judge everyone else by your low standards? So Cheeky Rascal says, I'm pro-lockdown, but you will not be able to stop yourself making snarky comments. Oh, it's me. Sorry, I thought you said it was people in the chat sneering. Oh, it's me. Okay, it's your style. I get it, but it's unfair. Do you know, so cheeky, have you seen the stuff that we haven't filmed yet? Have you seen the stuff that we haven't filmed yet? I'm wondering if you've seen the stuff we haven't filmed yet. Because we haven't filmed it yet. So you have absolutely no idea what my tone is going to be. And also, again, I put you to the point. Are you free? Are you for free speech or are you for censorship? Which is it? Which is it? Are you for free speech or are you for censorship? Which is it? Which one is it? That's a cute comment in the chat, but I'm having a serious conversation. Are you for free speech or are you against it? Because if you're for it, you're for free speech, of course, and yet you've tried to tell me what I can and cannot do. And first of all, you hid it and you blamed it on the people in the chat. And now, then you finally were honest. I'm hoping you're honest. And you said it's me. So you're for free speech, and it is your right of free speech to tell me what to do and what not to do. But it's interesting, isn't it, that you're for free speech and the thing you're telling me to do is... So your attitude will lead people here to follow. You're going around in circles. You're going around in circles. You're now saying that the people in the chat are too dumb to think for themselves and they be led by me. It will therefore be a sneer fest. But that's okay. That's free speech. That's free speech. And also, I think the people on an anti-lockdown protest, I think they can probably take sneering from a couple of hundred people in a Twitch channel. They are led by you 100%. So, Cheeky, I'm going to block you. It's been great having you here, but I'm going to block you because I don't like your tone. And I think you've made some really nasty assumptions that are unfair about me and about the 705 other people in the chat. So I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye. You know, it's really odd that you're taking this so personally. Everybody here is capable of making their own decisions, except for, including you. But you think that everybody isn't capable. You're the only person in the chat capable of making decisions. That's what you're saying. You're the only person with the intelligence to make a free decision. Everyone else here can't. You're telling me that I can't exercise my free speech. It may end in disaster, and that's my down on me if it does. You can't. Your tone, I find incredible. Jamie Bright says, I think cheeky is a D, but only if Iain says I'm allowed to. I'm surprised, Cheeky. You've been in here for a while, but your attitude this morning, you've been following since 1st of May 2019. Wow. Your attitude is incredibly arrogant. Incredibly arrogant. And I don't like it. And I don't like it. So, yeah, I'm going to ban you from here. You might say, well, what about my free speech? Yeah, it doesn't work like that. You've said what you wanted to say, and freely, and there are consequences. And the consequences are, I don't want you here anymore. You can still say, you said what you wanted to say, and you can still say what you want to say, just not in my house. How's about that? So, goodbye. And how dare you tell me what to say? How dare you? That was insane, right? He's been following for ages and there's been... Mods, am I right? He's been... for 2 years, he's been an unproblematic contributor to the show, right? That's right, isn't it? I'm going to play some ads. I've got to play some ads. He's been an unproblematic contributor to the show. And that was weird. That was weird. Sub for 18 months. Wow. I'm guessing he got out of bed the wrong side this morning, because that's a strange... Or maybe his brother hacked his account. we've had that. Bad day, maybe. It's affecting everyone in different ways. Yeah, maybe. You're right. I think there is a very strange vibe going on at the moment. There is a lot of anger. There is a lot of fear. And there's a lot of anxiety going around. So I hope that guy's all right. I suggest if you want to appeal your ban, I suggest you don't do it today. Wait a couple of days and have a think about it. Grumpy Dumpy says, wait. Okay. Then what's next? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? What did just happen? I'm new. We blocked someone for breaking the cardinal rule. They broke the cardinal rule. Human, thank you. Hazy says, I know when I'm struggling because I head straight to comment section looking to be outraged. You're right. I really want to watch that new Blackpool documentary, but I'm worried it's going to be too blue. We saw a clip of it. By the way, I'm 14 stone 11 today. I'm 14 stone 11. I'm losing weight. There's nobody's business. I really want to watch that new Blackpool documentary that was on Channel 5. We saw a bit of it yesterday, but I think it's a little bit too blue. I feel really nauseous. I think I'm going to throw up. Wouldn't have said you're over 13 stone. Well, thank you, but I got a bit of a belly. I'm 14.11 and I'm thrilled with that. I was 16.4. What do you mean too blue? It's the filter they've put on, so everything looks blue in colour. This is a weird time, right? Lockdown fever, says Synergy. And I think you could be right. Beastie Boy says, what's happening? Why are you on so early? Couldn't sleep because of the heat and because of anxiety around work and because of anxiety around... I've got something going on with my blood. It's cool, but it might be a medication I'm on. Is lowering my white blood cells. And I might have to change medication. And that is not cool. So there's a lot of anxiety going on at the moment. I think we're done for today. I'm going to do an AA meeting in a few minutes. So thanks a lot for sitting with me and being part of this breakfast show. It's appreciated. There will be a show tomorrow night, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's a sponsored show. So it's going to be me playing a new game called Solitaire Cash. Don't download it. Don't download it yet. I will give you a link. It's for Apple iPhones and iPads. And if we download 42, I think it is, we get 45, we get $1,500. 111-444-222 says, everyone is free to express themselves. Sometimes, though, it can get a bit mob mentality. I saw this yesterday and had to stop watching it. Oh, I don't... London police warned of the deaths from the vaccine. I don't know. I don't want to watch any more of those people. I don't want to watch any more of those people. Is this show later? Nope. Nope. So let's go and do a raid. Let's go and find someone. Raid. Oh. I mean, just look at this. I mean, how is this allowed? Jesus Christ. Who's Mochi Bunny?
For hot shot?
We've raided her before.
Give him a free spin. One more time.
We're going in.
One more time.
We're going in.
Free spin.
We're going in.
Oh my god.
We're going in. You missed it, Sofa Bum. But the podcast, if you're a 666, so the podcast will be up very soon. Thank you for joining us for an early show. Lots of love. Thank you for the meditation. It was great. And we will see you later. Tutty bye.
Until different one is picked. Bye, forget one.